Kill Bill is a 2003 Kung Fu Exploitation Revenge film, written and directed by Quentin Tarantino. It stars Uma Thurman, Lucy Liu, Vivica Fox, Daryl Hannah and Sonny Chiba. Beatrix Kiddo, who has just left the deadly Viper assassination squad, is about to be married in El Paso, Texas. But this fairy tale is brought to a sudden halt when her ex-colleagues storm the chapel and engage in massacring the entire congregation. When Sheriff Earl McGrath is inspecting the crime scene, he questions how anyone could destroy such a pretty face. He becomes the unlucky receiver of a spitting reflex from the near-dead bride. Beatrix will spend the next 4 years in a coma, under the care of an abusive male nurse named Buck, until she is violently awoken by the searing pain of a mosquito bite. The bride catches her abuser in the act. She exacts revenge by taking him out and revoking him of his cherished over-the-top automobile, gaudily christened the Pussy Wagon. The bride wastes no time and immediately purchases a one-way ticket to Okinawa, where she will be trained by the skillful hands of samurai master Hattori Hanzo. Hanzo is the man who taught her former leader Bill how to carry out such lethal acts. When the bride feels she is ready for battle, she makes a list of desired targets and starts with number 1, Oren Ishii, who despite being of Chinese and American ancestry has recently become the head of the Japanese Yakuza. Although determined to gain vengeance, this path to revenge will be excruciatingly more difficult than the bride can possibly imagine. Tarantino first came up with the idea of Kill Bill when working on Pulp Fiction. The plot for the revenge story similarly mirrors the pilot Mia Wallace describes to Vincent Vega.
I heard you did a pilot.
It was a show about a team of female secret agents called Fox Force 5. According to the show, she was the deadliest woman in the world with a knife.
After production on Jackie Brown had wrapped, Tarantino planned to begin making his Men on a Mission movie, Inglourious Bastards. But after a chance reunion with Thurman, Quentin was inspired to root through his drawers to find the draft that he had scripted 4 years prior. Uma fell pregnant, and with no other actresses in mind, Tarantino patiently waited 3 years until Thurman was fighting fit for the role. Vivica Fox, who plays ferocious demolition expert Copperhead, was cast in quite a bizarre circumstance. Whilst perusing through a video store, Tarantino found Fox's face staring back at him on the cover of Two Can Play That Game. Having not seen her in a good film since 1996's Independence Day, the director thought an actress of her calibre thoroughly deserved a role in his then up-and-coming movie, on which she totally delivers. Quentin, who spent the 1980s watching Shadow Warriors, thought its main star Sonny Chiba, who played Hattori Hanzo, was the Far East's equivalent of Charles Bronson. Being such a true fan of Japan's biggest action star of the 70s and 80s, Tarantino cast him to play a distant relative of the character he played on Shadow Warriors, Hattori Hanzo the 100. Chiba would teach Thurman how to handle a samurai sword, and was impressed at how quick she learned. According to Tarantino, action movie directors are the greatest around. He states that Kill Bill pushed his movie-making talents to the limits, and in turn increased his skill in directing action. Tarantino, who is constantly criticised for his use of violence in his movies, defended himself by questioning how anybody could take a movie that was so far over the top, even remotely serious. Kill Bill is the first movie directed by Tarantino to take place in the movie universe. Other films in the movie universe include From Dusk Till Dawn, Death Proof, and Robert Rodriguez's exploitation movie Machete. The rules of logic are a lot looser in this universe, and allow for far-out storylines and over-the-top stunt sequences that would be totally inconceivable in reality. The exuberant style of Kill Bill pressed heavily on the original budget set by Miramax. For the film's main fight sequence, Tarantino had an entire restaurant constructed for the pricey sum of $1 million. A criticism Tarantino holds for Asian cinema is that the fight sequences go on for far too long. To avoid loss of interest from audiences, Tarantino constantly switches up the fighting style, switching from Japanese to Chinese to even Korean. Kill Bill is a frantically paced balls-to-the-wall action thrill ride, with minuscule downtime periods. Combining death-defying martial arts sequences and a foot-stomping soundtrack, it is truly amazing. For fans of Ang Lee's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or John Woo's Face Off, make sure to check out Kill Bill Volume 1.